Hi, this is Jeffrey, and today I wanted to talk about the Casio DB-360 digital watch. And here it is, the DB-360, a database watch. Now, I'm not going to talk about the features of the watch. What I wanted to talk about is the aesthetics of it, because the one thing that got me about this watch is how much polish there is on it. This is a very, very highly polished watch. There's a lot of flashy silver on it. And to me, I just never really liked that. I thought it made the watch look somewhat cheap. So I never really wore it that much. So I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I really don't like the look of this watch that much. Now, besides the all of the polished silver, what I also don't really like is the gray border around the display area. I think that the gray area around the display just blends in too much with the display. I think that if the entire border around the display was black, that would probably have improved the look of the watch. I think it would have made it look, much nicer, because then you simplify it and it's black and silver, and I think it would have looked, just much nicer. So those are the two things that I don't really like about this watch. The polish of the watch, it's just too much. There's just way too much polish. And the gray border around the display area. Now, I'll tell you what I do like about this watch. What's kind of interesting here is that you see where it says databank on the top. Well, that's like the same typeface used in Star Trek The Next Generation. And I really like that. I think there should have been maybe more of that on this watch, because that's unusual. You really don't see it. You don't see that on any other Casio watch as far as I know. So I think that looks really, really nice. Now on here you have so many different typefaces and so many different typeface sizes that it's just too jumbled up. So I think they could have simplified that a little bit more as well. Now, what I also don't really like is that the words, the text on the watch case are engraved into the case. And that makes it, maybe a little bit more difficult to read. And also, if you are a modder, M-O-D-D-E-R, if you like to mod your watches, that's probably difficult to impossible to remove, unlike if it was just, printed on. So that's another thing that I'm not too crazy about. So, in conclusion, I think that this is just a little bit too flashy. I think it's a little bit too cheap looking. I would have opted for maybe a little bit more of a brushed appearance on the buttons on the bottom. Just to mute all of the polish. It's just too much. And so I think that it's a very decent practical watch, but aesthetically, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. There are Casio watches out there that to me are much nicer than this. So to me, I think too much flash, maybe trash. So thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.